Good morning, YouTube. 4 days out. We are 4 days out from my first bodybuilding show, and the peak week is finally starting today. So we are doing a linear load. I will explain what a linear load is in a little bit, but first off, we kickstart the day with a black coffee every day. And Riv actually bought some new beans yesterday. So Riv bought these Japanese dark roast beans, and they smell amazing. They have just been smelling the kitchen out, and I really wanted a coffee last night because they smell so good. But too late for a coffee, so I'm excited to try these this morning. So let's make that coffee right now. Alright then, let's give this bad boy a taste. Smells so good. Oh, that hits the spot. Before prep, I despised black coffee. Now it's just part of my daily routine, and I look forward to this every morning. So, I will explain the plan of action today. So I'm just going to finish off editing yesterday's YouTube video whilst I drink this coffee and let that kick in. Then I have a check-in to send over to the coach because I'm going to be checking in every single day now. That's an alarm. I was up way before my alarm. So check in to the coach, I will record that, and then we will be getting into a full day of eating. It's a rest day. I've got a bunch of things to do which I'm going to take you along for. But yeah, we'll get into a full day of eating, and I'll explain the loading process we're going through, and I'll explain the loading process we are using for this prep, which is a linear load. But first, edit this video, do the check-in, and then we will crack on. Let's get it. Peak week has officially started and it feels good. Right, about halfway through editing that video and my MacBook's died. The charger's upstairs, can't be asked to go get it. So we are going to go do our check-in now. Let's bring you along for it. I am tired. Hopefully that coffee kicks in. It needs to kick in. So we'll get the check-in done. See how we're looking. Gonna be pretty flat. I was 78.2 kilos this morning. So 0.2 kilos up from my all-time low. But that was after a rest day, and yesterday was a training day. So we'll see how we're looking. I feel like my body needs carbs. So today is gonna be a good day. Let's go do the check-in. It's a shit day outside, I'm not gonna lie, it's raining. I've got to go do it outside, which I'm not looking forward to. Anyway, let's get it. Go, Julius. Buffy, wee wee. Buffy, wee wee. Come on. Come on, wee. Now. Good girl. Good girl. Right, the weather is absolutely disgusting. Raining. Ugh. That is the check-in done. Tell you what, I have like no pop to my physique at the minute. My legs just look flat and soft. And I'm hoping it's because of the carbs. And I'm hoping they're still a little bit inflamed. So hopefully when that goes down, they will look a little bit better. The lighting outside is pretty harsh today as well. Washing me out a little bit. So we'll see how that looks. But more food today and a haircut. Oh, I'm so fucking buzzing to get this haircut sorted. It desperately needs a cut. So we have got the haircut in 2 hours. We're going to get into meal 1 in a minute. And I'll run through the peaking plans, the linear load. Right, finally got my mat charger and got the good old hydration drink. Right. I can finish editing yesterday's YouTube video now. Ideal. So, hydration drink, you know the deal. We have got... Hello. Just hear me grunting. So, the hydration drink, you know the deal. We've got 2 scoops of strong Hydromax, 20 grams of glutamine, 10 grams of creatine. That is all. And it is delicious. Oh, ice. Gotta remember the ice. Very, very good. So let's go through the peaking plans. So in terms of the approach we are going for peak week, it is going to be the most simple and most predictable, which is a linear load. Now, if you don't know what a linear load is, it's basically where we gradually increase carbohydrates over 3 to 4 days before the show. So, just steady increases day on day. So starting today and tomorrow, we have an increase of around 80 carbs. It's going to be very reactive, so I will be sending pictures to my coach daily, and depending on the look, we will either increase or decrease carbs. This is why it's predictable and it's steady. We have also tested this approach previously during this prep, and we found whereabouts we get the best look, so we know sort of what to expect. Now, the benefits of doing a linear load is we just keep the same foods in that we have used for the whole of prep. This is good because it means I'm not going to introduce any new foods which is going to disrupt digestion or give me any issues with my midsection. It also means that we can just adjust daily depending on the look. So if I'm slightly flat, we just bring some more carbs in. If I slightly spill, we just reduce some carbs. So it's very predictable, it's very simple, and then that reduces stress. And the last thing you want leading up to show is stress. We also don't make any water manipulations, any salt manipulations, so that all stays the same as well. Just had a shower, exfoliated, and did my moisturising, which I absolutely hate, but has to be done for a good tan. Now we are on to meal 1. So I'll get the meal plan up just to make sure I'm on it. You already know we need the big glass bowl. Here is the meal, guys. So I've added a few fats through some dark chocolate and peanut butter, which I will pull from my chicken, rice and avocado meal. So I'll have a little bit less avocado, but the macros I'm going to put on screen here for this meal. I'm going to get this down now. Very, very excited. And then I need to shoot for my haircut because that is in 20 minutes and I am running late. Right people, haircut has been complete. He's done a good job, he smashed it. Happy days. Hopefully it holds to the show because it's Tuesday now and the show's on Saturday. So may have to clean the beard up a little bit, but very happy with that. I was about 10 minutes late, but he is sound as fuck, my barber, Ollie. What a legend. He's just opened up a new shop as well and it's mint. So good on him. So I need to get back now, do some steps because I didn't have enough time to do steps after that meal. So my steps are lacking a little bit. Even though steps are reduced, I still need to bump them up. So that is the plan. Get back, do some steps. And I'm also bidding on a private reg. It says Big Ben. I have to win this. Even though I'm not that big yet, I still have to win this reg. God knows how much I'm going to have to spend on it though. But we will see how that goes. That finishes at 12, so I've got about an hour until that expires. So let's see how it goes. Let's get home right now. Yes people, back from the haircut. It is looking pretty good. And the face is looking a little bit leaner. Not super lean, but I'm definitely looking a little bit leaner. So I've just done 3k steps and apologies for the top being off. It is boiling in this house. But we have a white monster and I am now going to be prepping meal 2. So let's take you along for meal 2. First off, you know we gotta get the sip. Just hits so good. The first sip of an energy drink, so good. Right, time for the next meal. We've got 100 grams of raw weight rice, dry weight, 150 grams of raw weight chicken breast, and 150 grams of vegetables, which is going to be green beans. So I'm going to prep this now and I will show you what it looks like when it's done. So my chicken and rice have already been prepped and cooked. So it'll just be a case of warming them up and I'm just going to cook off the green beans now. I'm going to put them in the air fryer. I think they go a little bit nicer in the air fryer, to be honest. Here we go people, meal 2. Chicken, rice, green beans. Looks plain, will taste amazing. Honestly, it'll taste amazing. Jasmine rice makes it so much better. The green beans, unreal. And just plain chicken just tastes great, especially on prep. But I've got a gram of pink salt on this and a gram of low salt too. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'm going to do some client work. I've got some plans to update for some people. And then it's gonna be a case of taking the doggies to the kennels for their holiday. Bless them, I bet they are buzzing. Time to dig in. Just out having a quick little 10-15 minute walk after that meal to help digestion, get some steps in. I think one of the best pieces of advice I could give anyone in terms of digestion and eating in bodybuilding, it's to get walks in after each one of your meals. So what I like to say is, majority of us bodybuilders eat 5 meals a day. If you go for a 10 to 15 minute walk after each meal a day, that's a minimum of 5k steps. That's a minimum of 5k steps. If you do 20 minutes, that's 10k steps. Most people's baseline steps should be 10k, just for general health, for moving. 10k is a good baseline to have. So if you do a 20-minute walk after each meal, your 10k steps are done. Easy. Plus,
you're just going to move around in the day doing bits anyway. So even if you just did a 10-minute walk after each meal, you're probably gonna hit 10k steps. So there's a little bit of advice. If you're struggling to hit steps, you have a step goal, just make sure you're moving after you eat. There's so many benefits as well to just getting out, moving after you eat. Food just doesn't sit in your stomach the same. It definitely starts getting transported around the body, feels a lot better. Your stomach will thank you for it, your digestion will thank you for it. So just get out and move.
Beautiful. Right, we have just dropped the dogs off for their holiday, bless them.
They went in really well, didn't they?
They went in really well, and they were really good on that drive too. Bless them.
Yeah, they went to the DJ.
I nearly just ran over a dog.
I know, why is he off lead like that? It's so good. Our dogs could never. Our dogs would be going down to A38.
Yeah, we lost them. But yeah, they're now gone on their little holiday, which is lovely. And now we need to start getting everything ready, don't we?
We do. I've already started.
Have you?
Yeah.
Get on. I'm going to start tonight. Now we got to drive back, 40-minute drive back, and then it's time for meal 3 for me.
3.
Yeah, boy. Right guys, we have just got back from dropping the dogs off, and it is time for meal 3. So I prepped this earlier and put it in the fridge. What we've got is 100 grams of cream of rice, 30 grams of whey, 60 grams of blueberries, and then cinnamon on top. I will put the macros on screen here. This is my favourite meal of the whole of prep by far. So I'm going to sit here, watch a YouTube video, and enjoy this. And I've got the baby spoon still. Makes me eat a little bit slower, which helps digestion and makes the food last a little bit longer. I am now off to a new gym. I'm going to sign up for a new gym because they have access to a sauna, which I want to use, and they also have a really good posing room. So I'm going to practice posing in that room because the posing room at my gym is absolutely terrible. So I get to use a nice posing room and I get to use a sauna each day at the minute, which will be nice for relaxation and recovery. So let's go do that right now. So I've bought a month membership at that gym. So I'll have access to the sauna and the posing room for the next month. So it will cover me for this show, and we may have a couple other shows planned. We will discuss that after this show this weekend. But that sauna was absolutely brutal. I've never sweat so much in my life. Jesus. So I need to get home and have a shower because I didn't bring a towel, which was stupid. So I'm stinking. So need to get home, have my next meal, and have a shower ASAP. Yes, guys, that sauna has absolutely ruined me. I did just eat my next meal. I forgot to record it. All it was chicken, rice, and veg. It should have been chicken, rice, and avocado. But like I said earlier in the video, I put my peanut butter and my dark chocolate on my oats. So I swapped out the avocado. Dropped my phone. So I swapped out the avocado. But I'll put the macros on the screen for this meal here. And I may have took a clip of the meal for my TikTok actually. So I'll put the actual clip of the meal here. Nothing special. I've got one more meal which is white potato, turkey rashers, eggs, and 3 rice cakes with jam. However, we're going to swap this meal out, mainly because the potatoes I've got, they look a bit dodgy. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to have the rice cakes and jam. I am probably going to have just a cream of rice meal again because I know it sits super well in my stomach. And to replace the fats from the eggs, I will probably have just some dark chocolate again. So apologies, coach, swapping your meal plan out a little bit. Don't hate me, but I'll show you the final meal when it goes in.
Here's part 1 of the final meal. 3 rice cakes, 45 grams of jam.
I've not had rice cakes with jam in so long, so this is going to taste so good. Raspberry jam too. Unreal. Just realised that cupboard's open. That's annoying.
Right, just done a bunch of work and now it is time for the final meal. So, like I said earlier, swapped out that last meal for some cream of rice, and we got the dark chocolate and peanut butter on top to replace the fats from the egg whites. And I didn't fancy having and I didn't fancy having whey as another source of my protein, so we have chicken breast here. The macros of this meal is on screen here, and the macros of the total day is here, and the macros of the day my coach gave me are here. So as you can see, I've pretty much matched it perfectly because I've altered a few little bits, but these are all foods that I've still used daily and I know they sit really well. So that'll be it for the video today. We will see what the visuals are looking like tomorrow morning, and hopefully we just get more food again. That'd be nice.